welcome. This is Brandy Must Pet Live from the Bin Library, and today we're playing a solo RPG adventure, which is like writing, but you have a structure. I'm really sorry for the flickering of this camera. It was doing fine! I tested it! And then I start using it for stream, and it's like, nope, flicker. Pain in the butt. We'll just have to live with it. We won't always be looking at this screen. We'll be writing stuff as well, so hopefully it's okay. But we do have some hands this stream. Finger guns. It's a bit further forward than I'd like. I'm going to bring you closer. There you go. Come closer, come closer. Anyway, hand cam for reading stream. Yeah, flicker. Flickering makes me mad. But flickering is what it's doing. Maybe if there's not as much... Hopefully it's fine. Anyway, hello everyone! Hello, Void Traveller! Hello, normal size... Oh, sorry, that was a... No, it's really bad, isn't it? Let me give it a quick unplug and then a replug, and we'll see how that goes. And let me hide it. Let me do some quick visit. But hello everyone! Hello, normal size Phantom! Manchester United and Arsenal may hate each other, but they all agree that Brandon and Smith are pretty cool. Damn! They all agree that? That is pretty cool. Alright, bring it back, bring it back. Bring back the camera. There we go. Oh well. Fuck the camera. It's fine. It's fine. We don't have to have it on the whole time. But hi, Luke! Also, you too for all those compliments, Luke. You too. Hello, Boris. Hello, Jake. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's kind of annoying. Except Jimmy, you can go pants then. So RPG Adventure Colossal. This is a character sheet we're going to fit in. For my character, Lady Rose. And I lost track of time, you see, just before this stream. Because I was playing Final Fantasy, okay? And Final Fantasy is great. And I'm going to turn the camera off for now until we need it. It's definitely not a Y attention thing. It's very, very, very annoying. Yeah, I was playing Final Fantasy. The time is it? Solo RPG time! And I need to check something very quickly. I said, I was playing Final Fantasy, and this is probably the worst day to lose track of time playing something, because I as you can see, I had stuff to set up for this stream. This is the worst time to be in this situation. But what we're going to be writing / reading to you today as we do it is... Lady Rose's amazing research into immortal rook flowers. So, this is Lady Rose. She looks suspiciously like me, but this is our character we're playing. Her name is Lady Rose. She comes from a noble family, and her mother gave her a flower when she became of age, and told her it was a magical flower from a rook. Which I will tell you what that is. Let's not get into her backstory yet, should we? I should tell you what Colostle is. I'm so sorry for this camera, I really am. It was absolutely doing fine until now. It was like, oh hey, she's streaming now? Now's the perfect time to fuck up. I'm doing one last unplug and plug back in. Okay. I flipped the USB-C cable, and hopefully that works, even though you should theoretically be able to. So this is Colostle. This is our game book. So a solo RPG adventure is basically like playing D&D, but you are the GM, you are the character, you are everything. And a deck of cards decides what's going to happen to you. But first and foremost, I need to tell you what kind of world this is, don't I? Hello, you're a bit late for the stream. That's okay. It's mostly been scuff until now anyway. 90% scuff stream. Oh, the camera looks like it's doing okay now. Wonderful, wonderful. So we can get into it. First, look at all these lovely illustrations in here. I need to not knock the camera while I'm doing that. But these illustrations. You have big rook monsters, castle monsters. And The gargoyles are kind of scary. I haven't met one of those in my main game yet. I'm a bit afraid of that happening. But this is Colostle. It is very cool. There is a link in the description to the main website if you want to check it out for yourself. So you go to contents, which is blurred right now. Thanks, camera. Thanks, camera. There we go. You got your inductions, your character, your classes, exploration help, combat, and then general character sheets at the end. And then this is like one of the characters you can play. I love that this kind of looks like my main character from Moongirl Drada. It's great. It's just a great little thing. And there's a little intro on what solo RPGs are. But hopefully by the end of this stream, you'll get to know what it is. I need to find an Oracle/solo tool for Warhammer Fantasy. There's got to be one out there, definitely. Gives me very much D&D campaign vibes. It is very much that. You're playing that, but on your own. So this is the world of Colostle. And I will read you a little bit about it while I shove my keyboard in your face. The Colostle is an impossibly large castle. Impossibly massive castle. The interior of which is so large that mountains, valleys, towns, cities, and even oceans fill its rooms. The ceilings and roof are so high that they are beyond sight, shrouded by the misty expanse of the sky that sits within its vaulted heights. So as you can see, like you have the walls of the castle here and like the pillars and stuff, but that's how small the person is. It's crazy, can't even see the roof. So as your emotional support, Roland, I could call this cat my emotional support. It doesn't have a name. This cat doesn't have a name. We could call him Roland. Yeah, I'm going to call this cat Roland. My parents got it from holiday as a souvenir for me. And it speaks. So yeah, this is my emotional support, Roland, now. He's a good key. Oh, just a Gorman cast. Yeah. There seems to be no finding the exterior of the castle, though many adventurers have tried, crossing continental distances only to reach the wall of another room. Of those who have ventured past a wall, they find only more rooms on the other side, with new lands stretching off far into the distance. No, don't cook my cat! It's all plastics, not good for you. That said, many features you would expect from the Colossle's normal-sized counterparts are present, such as staircases, windows, doorways, balconies, towering statues, burning braziers, pillars disappearing into the clouds, and long, gloomy corridors. So we're running Grim de Colostle, or D&D Colostle. We're running Colostle. We're going to be using a deck of cards to to do things. And I will talk through the actual gameplay when we get there, but I just want to give you a real good idea. I at least need to tell you about the rooks first. Because as you can see, my character has a friend, and I can't really explain her friend until I've given you a bit more backstory. So let's go into it more. No adventurer has yet found their way to the rooftops, the battlements, which they suggest might grant them a view that sheds light on the true nature of their world. But maybe you will be first. Although all manner of threats exist out in the wild, such as strange animals and beasts, and other barbaric or dangerous people, the greatest dangers of all are the rooks, huge hulking stone automatons that patrol somewhat mindlessly out in the wilds of the Colostle's rooms. That is, until they are disturbed. Every rook is different. There are no two the same, and they are the only source of magic in this world. Such as, they are something of a target to hunters looking for tech they can scavenge, artifacts they can sell, or magic crystals to grant them strange, unpredictable powers. But only if one can bring them down. So that's we don't need to know too much else. I think that's a good overview for you guys. So we're in a giant ass castle that's so goddamn big. So goddamn big you cannot see the ceiling and no one has ever seen outside. So, my character. So, here's the character classes. I'll show you the pictures. So, you got creating your character. We've got another lovely bit of art here. So, and that's one of the rooks. They are big. Big. Obviously, mine isn't that big. It's small like this one. Hello, native gamer. Hello, Boris. Oof, signal is going wonky again despite being fine this morning. Oh, no. We had power fluctuations because of a thunderstorm. That sucks. Eating of microplastics now. Need the microplastics. A giant ass castle or giant ass castle? No PDF version. There is a PDF version. I just don't own it. So you're going to have to deal with me just showing you things. I'm also not allowed to show you all of the prompts and stuff anyway. So I'm kind of glad to only show you like bits and bobs like this anyway. So, they have, to make a character, you need to pick up a calling. Now, I've made up my own calling, but if you're the kind of person who doesn't really plan your backstories too much, then there's, like, some good backstories here that you can use, and you can random roll them with your deck of cards. Same with your character's nature. If you just want to like roll a character and go straight in, there's like you can even random roll your character's personality, which I think is great. Very good. I have made up my own backstory, so I can tell you about that. It's all good. Hi there, how's it going, Red Candy Guy? It's great. Welcome. We're making a character, so there's 4 character classes in here. We got the armed, where you get an extra arm, which may or may not have a weapon on the end. It can just be another hand, like this guy. And they're pretty good at combat, but pretty good at exploring as well. So, but we're not that. We're not that. I'll leave what we actually are till last, so that I can show you the other combat ones first. Lack of card sleeves hurts. No, I mean, it's just playing cards. I don't need card sleeves for playing cards. We've got the Helmed. The Helmed has managed to get a piece of a rook and build it into a magic helmet that can give them magic powers. This is what I'm playing on my main, but we won't be playing today. And they have a really good combat score, but not a very good exploration score. Then you have the Mounted, and they have taken pieces of rooks and built their own mount out of it, which is really cool. And as you can imagine, they have a really good exploration score and not a good combat score, but you can improve that going forward because you could like add guns to your mount and things like that. But your mount could also be a boat. We could start at the ocean, but we're not. We're not. Head cannon, briny helm is a teapot. Perfect. We are playing a followed. We have a little rookling friend. So inside the rooks, when you take them down, there can be a little baby rook inside. A little rookling. They don't actually seem to grow into rooks. They're a little bit mysterious like that. But they have a really good exploration score and a lower down combat score. So we need to keep note of that for our character sheet. No, come back. Come back. I need those. He might have a teapot stored away. So we have a really high exploration score. We're going to get to look at all of the things. But we have a low combat score, which makes sense for this character. 3 combat score. And her name is Lady Rose. And she is a followed. Her calling, I guess this is where I can get to the backstory. I've mentioned a little bit before because I got too excited and didn't explain anything before jumping into the backstory, is that her mother, when she became of age... So Patreons already will know about this backstory because I wrote it in more detail in a short story for this month, which probably didn't make too much sense to them, but it was the only thing my brain would let me write. let me get the character a bit further this way. There we go. So you can see this is her flower in her hair. Her mother gave her this flower. It's very special. It's an immortal flower that said came from the inside of a rook. And she wants to learn about the immortal rook flowers. She took it to a scholar in her city, a city known for its academia. But they said it's a fake flower. And she doesn't believe them. She thinks that's poppycock. Her mother would never lie to her. So she's gone out on her own adventure with her rookling butler Sebastian. And they are off to find out the mystery of the rook flower. So my calling is to find out the mystery of the rook flower. Find answers to the mystery of the rook flower. Da 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 da. And her nature is rich girl. She is a rich girl. She came from a noble house. She knows nothing of the outside world, and this poor butler rook is gonna have to look after her. It's gonna be great. So after that, ooh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh. That's a mounted right there, doing mounted things. That's how your mounts can go, bro. That's crazy. So we can start exploring now. So let's get my journal up. Journal time. Here it is. Lady Rose's amazing research into the rook flower. Immortal rook flowers. Yeah. Day 1. I have set out into the world with Sebastian at my side. I try to hire some adventurers and rook hunters to accompany me, but they all laughed when they heard my mission. Fools to them. They will regret it when they all know my name from name from my achievements, not just my family. So what do we come across first in our adventure? Only the cards will tell. And I nearly dropped things. As you can see, for the record, this is a bleach deck. This is all bleach pictures. So it's the only deck of cards I actually have. So this is what we're doing. Right. Time to find out what starts Lady Rose's journey. It's a 5 of hearts. Now we get to look in the book and see what happens. Oh, lordy. I should have thought about the... one second. I need to, roll back so I have more space. And then I need to... Because I've had this page open so much, it goes straight to that page. So the 5 of hearts seems safe. Okay. Okay, this is a wonderful place to start. Let me spin you a tale. As I wandered into... Oh, I forgot to do the thing, but there we go. There's the 5 of hearts we have, just so you can see it. Yeah. It's my boy. That's a good way to start. It's my boy Tasha. Right. So wandered into the wastes around the city. I thought I spotted another. Maybe another traveller. Maybe they would know something of my destination, which I would like to remind you / me, because I need to remember what I wrote for my backstory. Let me do the Patreon. Because I gave her a heading in the backstory. I just need to find it again. Is east due to some information from a merchant who was selling another rook flower. I approached the lazy traveller who was laying down and called out to them, "Good sir!" But there was no response. Sebastian, kick him. I ordered. And my loyal rookling headed over and kicked the man. But he did not move. Rude. I say, sir, I went up to yell, only to find a glassy stare. He was awake? Or, wait. No. Goddamn. So the prompt for this was I found a body. Found a fucking dead body straight away. Committing violence against helpless citizens already classic D&D. Yes. This is a hell of a wake-up call for poor Lady Rose. She's just not ready for this. Wait, no. Is he? I bent down and checked for breathing and other signs of life, but nothing. He was dead? I suppose he'd have to be. If he were not breathing. Unless people out of the city can't breathe. Unless people out of the city don't breathe while they sleep. No. No. Even to me, that is ridiculous. The fact that she even came up with the body better still be still warm, because it would be hard to notice him. It ain't being dead if it's been a corpse for a while. This close to the city, though. My. What could have caused such a thing? I had not heard of a danger on our doorstep. Sebastian! I called him again. Check his pockets! My loyal rookling did as told. His cumbersome digits fiddling around and then placing his I'm sorry, I'm typing too fast to be able to do grammar and stuff. That's for like future me to deal with. Placing his items before me. He had... What did he have, guys? What did he have? I'm gonna use a different... There is a sort of treasure table somewhere in here. I'm gonna have a look and see if there's anything in there we can use. Fiddling is legit funny though. He fiddled around with his cumbersome digits. No, that's the Rookling crash. What did we find? Just leave the typos in and pass it off as archaic language. No, we don't have another a treasure table, really, which is a shame. We do. Maybe I should find a D&D treasure table. Random treasure for D&D. Random D&D loot generator. Yes, wonderful. D&D loot generator. That'll do nicely. Loot generator, 5e tools. Oh, what's that guitar you just heard? I don't know. I don't think I'm playing a guitar anywhere. Yeah, there should only be fireplace noises. There, the challenge rating is low. Loot roll! We get coinage, so we find some treasures on him. He had one treasure, which I stored in Sebastian's stomach. Which, I'll show you the full image of Sebastian over here, just so you can see. He has a lot of stuff, and he's got a little door here, and that's to his storage area. We can store things in him, because we can. Brand new random D&D loot RNG Holy Avenger +5. That's a good point. Lady Rose currently does not have a weapon. She is just hoping that Sebastian can deal with everything. This reminds me of when I made a gacha machine in D&D. Hello, Q. Lovely. 10 out of 10 gacha machines in D&D. Should he have anything special that would have prompted an attack? I know what he can have. He also had a petal on him. A jagged petal. Not unlike my flower. I couldn't draw too much of a conclusion. Not even a knife? Lady Rose, very prim and proper. She is very prim and proper, yes. Lady Rose is the most prim and proper princess in all of the Roomlands. But I kept it. I would examine it properly when I made my first camp, which I'm very excited to do. So let's keep a track of what we've got. We have in my inventory, we've got at least one treasure. I'd like to think she hasn't left without 3, so I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4 treasures. So this world works on a barter system, for the record. So treasures are gold. So treasure. I'm going to put tea treasure, and then we've put 4 there. And then we have 2 rook flowers because she bought one in her backstory, which is yellow and it's in thingy. And 1 rook petal. Strange that it would only be a petal. Why is it here? Very strange. I hoped the man a calm passing into the next life. And then went on my way, praying that the petal was not a rook flower petal and had nothing to do with his untimely demise. It would be rather inconvenient if that were the case. Wonderful. I'm gonna go to the top. I'm gonna make a small note on what card I used for that whole bit. So 5 of hearts. No, we can use an actual heart. It's Windows dot heart. Ta-da! We just added that. And now we can keep exploring. What do we find next as she journeys onwards? Boom! It's Eisen! No, it's the 9 of spades. There he is. The 9 of spades. So in the 9 of spades, what do we get? Oh, we get a lead. Oh, very interesting. So how this works, or how this should have worked, I did just give myself a lead for free, which is kind of cheating, to be honest. Is that you set up your calling, and then every so often when you draw certain cards, you get a clue to your calling. You get something happen. So I could get something happen here, but it might not be good. Especially if I cheated. Especially if I already cheated and gave myself a little bit of calling because I thought it would be fun. So, spade. Something you were looking for. Now I'm looking for information on the rook flowers, but we've literally only just left. So what could we find so close to the city other than that petal? Well, maybe we've already found the petal, and maybe as punishment we should get attacked, because that guy got attacked with his flowers. And I've also been told a story from that merchant about how the flower was defended by a warrior lady. So I think I'm gonna get attacked. Oh no. Oh, no, 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 no. Let me get the combat pages out. Ba, 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 ba. Ocean encounters. Combat, 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 combat. Okay, so I'm gonna come across a combat. Creating your opponent for another person. Is this some bandits we're gonna come across? Or are we gonna come across a rook? I'm gonna let these decide. If it's red, it's people. If it's black, it's a rook. It's black, it's a rook. Shit. So let's build our rook. Let's fight. Let's find out what we're fighting or what I'm gonna try to sneak away from. One or the other. It's gonna want my rose. I don't want it to have my flower. It's my immortal flower, no one else's. So we need to build our rook. So, this is how we build a rook to fight. So, I'm going to take some notes about where we're at. Nine of spades. Speed. Okay. As I carried on, I felt the ground rumble. The sands shifted. And a rock started to rise. Sebastian grabbed me and started running before I could say anything. But as I looked back, I knew why. Now what is rising up from the sand? So, first things first, we're going to do a little brackets here just so I can keep an eye on rook types. So it's a spade. Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm not very good at flipping these. There we go. So it's all Kiora and it's a spade. It's a 5 spades. So it's a spade. So it's a it doesn't have a magic type. No magic type. It is entirely physical. Maybe it's a snake. I mean, it's in the sands. Maybe it's a snake. It could be a snake like rook. Why not? And it is a 5, which makes it 1-7, which means its body is an attack type body. And then let's go on to the next page. So we need to draw one more card. Get 3 spade. So for a 3, oh shit, it's ranged. Shit, it's ranged. So it's got a cannon probably of some description. This is not good. And for its thingy, ooh, if she can figure out how to use it, we might get a helm from this. Although that might be useless if it's a physical type, because a helm is supposed to give you the kind of magic that the rook that's attacking you gives you. And if the rook that's attacking you isn't a magic type, then the helm's useless. You know what? That fits. That fits her very well. Helm reward. This is the shittest reward. We're gonna need to run. We're gonna need to attempt to run. So what happens when I take damage, for the record, is I lose one of these. Either from here, so this is my health as well as it's our exploration points and combat points. If any of these turn to 0, I'm dead. Done. Adventure over. Deaded. That is how it works. So, how it works to fight this thing, I'm gonna put them to the side a minute. As you can see, my combat score is 3. I need to figure out who gets to draw first, so... Oh, we need to check how big this rook is. I'm gonna say it's a medium rook to make my life easier. I think I drew that it was medium anyway. So first, draw the number of cards equal to your combat score and place them face up. So I have this card, and this card, and that's what I can attack with. That's my abilities in front of me, and I will explain what each one is in a hot second. Second, check the combat score of your opponent. So it's a medium rook, so it is also 3. Fighting involves countering your opponent's attacks with cards face up. Draw the first of your opponent's cards and place it face up in front of you. So his first attack, or its first attack, is a 9. So, my goal is to always counter with a bigger card. Now, I don't need to count these as attacks. I'm going to count these as fleeing as well. Because, you know, flavor and shit. So, as we can see, we have a 9. Also, these denote, like, this actual... The number denotes it, like 10's going to beat it, these ones won't beat it. I will lose. The actual suit denotes what kind of attack it is. However, all this is very loose, So if you think of something cooler and you just want to use that, do it. It's your story, you do what you want. However, this is a really loose way of giving you some structure to it. It's really good like that. So, this 10, which I have to use against it really, is an unarmed attack. So spade is an unarmed attack, which is great. So, Sebastian's unarmed attack is running. It didn't really have a face. Not like my lovely Sebastian, who has a wonderful face. You can see him getting sad and exacerbated at Lady Rose's antics. Constant Sebastian. In fact, its face was nothing but a black hole that started to light up. That couldn't be good. Dodge! I screamed. Oh wait, I haven't shown you the typing. Screamed at my butler, and he jumped just as a cannonball landed near us, showering us in sand. Oh, it's going to get everywhere. Sebastian kept running. Will we survive this? I don't think we will, because we have a 2 and a 6, which is not great. So those 2 are done. Out of the way. Next attack. Fucking queen. Jesus Christ. No. Yeah, bye. This is not good. This is not good. We're gonna die. We're gonna die. I may as well throw the 2 at it, because it's fucking queen. 6 ain't gonna work. 2 ain't gonna work. I may as well use the 2, because at least that leaves the 6 to potentially be better than a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 next time. Still not good though. Would she get hurt? Or would Sebastian get hurt? Because that's also a question that I need to think about. Who is the target of this? And do I make the dice decide / cards decide? Red, Sebastian. Black, Lady Rose. Lady Rose gets hit, it's fine! Also, it's a 7, so that, you know, helps me, actually. Okay. Another blast is sent our way, and something in the sand was solid. It knocks me hard off of my perch on Sebastian's shoulder and into the sands. The loyal rookling comes to collect me, but I am somewhat disoriented. So I've taken a hit. Great. Wonderful. Where's my pencil? So I'm going to put a -1 on my exploration because I can afford to lose that. I need combat, so... Ay. Last attack. Can we get away? If we win it, we get away. If we don't, I don't know, something bad's gonna happen, I guess. Let's go. 3, 2, 3, 2. Oh no. Oh no. It's Briakia with his V-neck. It's 10. It's 10. That's the true horror here. It's a 10. Ay. This is our first rook. And we've taken 2 damage. I underestimate this because, like I said, not the V-neck. My other character's a helm, so they're really strong. But Lady Rose is not strong. And I think Sebastian's gonna have to get hit this time. But that, I might be able to Deus Ex Machinas. Are we experiencing any percent N? We might be at this point. Because it's not easy to get health back in this game either, so... -2, I guess. We haven't really attacked it, so it might be a case of we need to do something. I might have one final... I know my combat's out, but... Oh, I don't know. Through Deus Ex Machina a little bit. Just a little bit. We'll find out. It's also a heart, so it's technically a magic attack, but it doesn't have any magic. And it's a club for me, which is a weapon attack. My weapon is Sebastian. The rook buries. No! Oh, I know what's gonna happen. I know what's gonna happen. Buries itself in the sand. And for a moment, all is calm. But then, the sands shift again. However, before not however, and before Sebastian can pick me back up, the sands beneath us grow thin, and we are pulled into the rook's gaping maw. The light of outside grows dark. Congrats, we're inside a rook now. Hi Delph Game, welcome. We're doing a bit of solo RPGing. My character has left her home city, found a dead body, and been eaten by a giant stone snake. She's having a really good time, you know? We get bored already. Boom. Poor Lady Rose. Not having a good time. Not having a good time at all. But that's okay. Let's see what she finds inside the rook. There is a picture in here of rook anatomy. Let me see if I can find it for you guys. Here you go. Rook anatomy. So the inside of the snake will look something like this. So we'll have arm mechanics, a rookling cocoon, some internal defenses, so we're going to have to deal with some traps and stuff. There's a crystal chamber, which there might not be for this one, considering it is a thing. Is a thing. It had no magic, this one. Will she become a rock as well? No, she will not. She will be inside the rook. This was not a good day. Or was it? Let me continue the journal. Or was it? Was it a great day? I needed to see if there were flowers inside rooks. And one had so kindly invited me inside it. What a polite gentleman that snake was. I brushed myself down in the light of the lantern that Sebastian had retrieved from his stomach storage. And we ventured into the dark. Now, some of these prompts aren't going to work for where we are right now, but I'm still going to draw some cards and see if we can get it to work anyway. At least to give me some ideas of what she's going to come across. So we got a 6 of hearts. So what is that? Another adventure. Is there someone else in here? There might be someone else in here. Does anyone want to be an NPC? Speak now and tell me why you are inside as a rook snake right now. And as a heart, you are a friendly NPC according to this. Boris. So, there's an adventurer in here called Boris. Why is he inside the rook? Boris got there first. Sorry to Hammer Gamer. If we come across another NPC, you can join then. Are you crying? Are you crying because you're inside a snake? I've only been half paying attention, so not me. That's fine, Lucas. No worries. You don't have to. Rival NPC, I hope. I'm contracted repair technician who got called in on his day off. Oh my god. You're a rook repairman? That's amazing. That's really cool. As I carefully stepped through the dark. I heard sighing and clanking. A clanking I've heard before. The city I live in is built in the corpse of a rook. I've heard work on rooks before. Many. In fact, it's the chorus of the city. But who would be working on a rook that is alive? Hello? I call, ignoring Sebastian's flinch. Not gonna lie, I love the engineering suits and aesthetics of Dead Space Universe. Yes. Is a Isaac from Dead Space, yeah. It's Boris from Dead Space. What are you on about? Huh? Huh? Came a reply I followed the sound through a door and saw a man who I might add did not seem panicked about being inside of a rook. Rather, he looked tired and annoyed. "The heck are you?" he asked, rather rudely. "I am Lady Rose of House Rose." I formally introduced myself. "This is my butler, Sebastian." Because my loyal rookling always deserves an introduction too. "Well, I'm here on my day off. Go away." Your day off? You spend your time off in rooks? He side-eyed me. "Yes," he said dryly, and I had a feeling he was lying. Maybe I understand some sarcasm here. The rook thing, my actual name is Zibidi. I just let her call me Sebastian. No, his name is Sebastian. He has no other name. He's Sebastian. He's been in her family for generations, and everyone gets to name him something different, and she called him Sebastian. Yeah. What is your job?" I asked. He heaved a sigh so great you would think the world was on his shoulders. "I fix rooks." I paused. Fix rooks. Fix rooks. Rooks? NPC Burris is done with everything. NPC Burris is... He's here on his day off. Of course he's done with everything. Rooks are near mindless automatons. I repeat... automaton. As in, no one should have a hand in how they operate. They were known to recuperate if their cores were not taken, but this was very strange. Good sir, you don't mean live rooks, do you? No, I'm just here for fun. He snapped at me. Now, if you don't mind, I've got a job to do. I frowned as he went back to his work. This went against everything I had read. everything the scholars had taught. Scholars had taught. A man who repairs live rooks. Just what did that mean? I promise to leave you alone if you answer one question for me. I told him. Fine. He reluctantly turned back to me. Do you know anything? Do you know anything about these flowers? I gestured to the one in my hair, and even brought the one I had stored in Sebastian out for him to see. Now I have a few theories on what we could do here, but I feel like it would be too much of an answer to get it on like the second or third exploration card. However, it could be the start of something new. And besides, people won't believe her straight away that there's people who repair rooks. Yeah. Rich girl meeting working class for the first time. Correct. He glared at them. Well, of course I know about them. He turned around and I saw the emblem on his overalls. It was the same flower. Will this be a multi-part series? I don't know. I'm going over the Twitch chat for your 3 viewer count. Thanks, Lucas. I appreciate it. I don't know. If people enjoy it, we could always make it a multi-part series. I've been told not to stream too much of it, because if I give out too many of the prompts in the book, then that's kind of ruining it for your playthroughs as well. So obviously I don't want to give away too much, so I don't know. We don't know what'll happen to Lady Rose. I'll have to let you know. Maybe I could write it separately and I could let you know, because just doing the stuff and doing the prompts is the problem. Because you guys should buy it if you are interested. It's very good. There's been many expansions, and they only have a £2 Patreon. Well, I don't think it's £2. I think it's a little more. But they're adding stuff constantly to it for you to explore and stuff. It's really good. It's the rook flower. And should we call it the rook flower? We should call it something else. FYI, I've been reading the website. Pretty cool. It is cool. Definitely should be checking it out. Thank you for checking it out. It's not a sponsored stream, for the record. This is not a sponsored stream. I just picked it up and wanted to do it. But it is pretty cool. What is it called? What is this rook flower officially called? Should we call it... I mean, it's all rooks. Should we go with like a chess theme with it? Should we call it... so what would he repair? Bishop flower, maybe? Just for fun? Bishop, knight flower. Not sponsored yet. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. I did self-promo this in the Colostle Discourse, so maybe. Hi. How do you stumble upon these kind of stuff? So this I found when I was shopping. I literally just found it in a game store in a city. in a city. Have all of Lady Rose's rooks been all drinking instruments? Maybe. It's the bishop flower. It's the bishop flower. Symbol. Rooks see it and know you're friendly. That's why you're not dead. Why you're in here and not dead. There we go. This is how we didn't die in the last one, and no rooks will try murder us. Well, they will try eat us because they'll be like, I need a repair. You have the flower. You're going to repair me. So get inside. Hello, Cobzilla. Welcome. Sebastian the teapot. There's definitely some food and tea inside Sebastian ready for us. Always waiting, always ready. Will we get eaten by other chess pieces as well? There's only rooks in this, so we could make up our own. We could always make up our... That's the thing. This is a very loose outline to whatever story you want to tell, which is very fun. Gambit flower. Oh, that's so much cooler. Yes, we're calling it the Gambit flower because we love Gambit and we cry when we think of Gambit now because of because of X-Men 67 or whatever. But Gambit flower. It is now officially called the Gambit flower. What do you mean? I asked for clarification. The hot flower. Clarification. Why do I feel the need to spell check that? We've written 1,000 words already during this stream. When rooks are injured, they look for people with a gambit flower to fix them. Sorry I'm late. I forgot what I planned on doing for a solid 5 minutes. That is okay. You sound very sleepy, Lucas. That's okay. You can rest if you need. They bring them in. We do the fixing. They let us out. Life goes on. Fascinating. I nodded. And how does one become a rook repairman? You said one question. He growled and turned away. I sighed. I suppose I did only say one question. True to my word. I do have Grammarly installed. It's just that it's not an automatic thing and I'm too busy typing it to go through it at the same time. So it's not an easy thing to do, editing while writing. I'm also far too used to just kind of leaving first drafts as messy mofos. True to my word, I left him alone. If the rook saw me as an ally, then hopefully I could get a lay of the land without being caught by the internal defenses. We hope, we pray. Let's find out if we do. Let's go. So, again, what I draw prompt-wise might not fit because I'm still inside, but... Okay. King. This is the freakiest art. I hate this picture. I hate this so much. This is supposed to be Genichimaru, but it's just so fucking weird and I hate it. Anyway, King of Diamonds. Let's have a look what we get for the King of Diamonds. Oh shit, I forgot what we get for kings. With kings, we get attacked by a massive rook. That makes no sense. Because we're inside a rook. Okay, so we're gonna have to do something else here. Rather than kings. Is this your personal deck of cards? Yes. This is I bought this deck of cards at a Comic-Con a long time ago. It is Bleach themed and it's great. Joke's on you. It's the Rook antibodies. That's the thing, the Rook does have internal defenses, but the thing is, because we have the Rook flowers, does it see us as enemies? We are the antibodies, if anything. He can't see you. You're inside him. Yeah. I thought it came with the RPG game this whole time. It did not. I think there is a deck you can get on the website. I'm going to double check. Colostle. Shop. Yeah, I think there's a themed deck you can get. One second. I know there's job pack cards, but there's not an actual deck of cards. There's also a 2-player mode book if you're someone who maybe wants to do this with the other half or anything. Yeah, if I only get attacked by that's not gonna happen. That can't happen. That physically cannot happen. Because we're inside the goddamn rook. Unless the rook is going to attack us from the inside. It also says massive rook, whereas we're inside a medium rook right now. So, let's just draw another card. That one's not happening. A 9. 9 of diamonds. Let's have a quick look. A massive skeleton, apparently. It looks humanoid, but it can't be, can it? There's a massive skeleton in here. Just as I open my big, glorious mouth. As if fate were out to spite me. The room I attempt to enter is nothing but a tunnel of razor sharp spikes. With skeletons churning around like clothes in the laundry. I quickly close the door and decide to find another path. Luckily, there is at least one more door in here. If that one also goes to a trap, then I will have no other choice but to wait until the man's repairs are... Wait, I never asked his name! What is your name? I asked. Boris. He grumbled as he worked. Boris. I will have to wait with Boris. Boris. The hermit is right. Left. Always left. 2 wrongs don't make a right, but 3 rights make a left. Thanks, Cosmo. Appreciate you. But the hermit gamer is right. I always choose left normally as well. Okay, so let's see what's behind door number 2. It's my boy Toshida, my favorite boy. And it's a 7 of spades. Let's have a look. A cave. Maybe this is the cave that goes all the way to the snake's tail? That would be cool. It's a cave! It's a cave! Let's have another detail of that. So flat and easy to navigate, or deep and hard to climb. It is actually flat and easy to navigate. 4 lefts make a square. They do. Through the second door is a long room. Maybe one that leads to the snake's tail. It's a dark, echoing tunnel with which seems to writhe with the rook's movements. It is not inviting, to say the least, but I will have a look. Maybe there is a flower in here. Boris had not said where the flowers came from, and I know he will not answer my question now. A rook cave. Crooked and crooked makes it straight. Yeah, and it will like... So it'll be a cave that keeps moving like this. And then at the end, there was a reward for beating this rook, so maybe at the end of this tunnel is the reward I would have gotten for beating the rook. Or at least for surviving the rook. At the end, I stumbled and both Sebastian and I had to lean on each other to keep from falling. But at the end of the tunnel was a device I had seen many an adventurer wearing before. It was a helm. I had seen... What are the elements of rooks again? Adventurers cast lightning, shake the ground, freeze the area with such devices. But regardless of whether I knew how to use one, I knew at least that they needed a core crystal to work. The spot where the glowing crystal would be, however, in this helm was... I just realized you can't see the writing. gone. Was it that this rook did not have a crystal? Or had it been taken? Had Boris taken it? Maybe it was payment for his services. Services. Regardless, I knew the made helm would fetch a good price at least. So I made sure to store it in Sebastian. I'll see the fault from the beginning next time. Good night, Q. Thank you for coming. BRB, gonna check on the chicken in the oven. Very good. Don't burn your house down. Very important. So, empty helm. Empty helm. Da-da-da! Okay. That's an interesting find. I think it's almost more fun than finding a helm that actually would have had some stuff in it, because that way we can either, we might be able to improve it later, or it could be we could trade it for something later. It would have been nice to get the combat power up, but it's also not a bad thing to have. Exciting. What's happening next? Ulquiorra! It's a topless Ulquiorra. It's a 7 of diamonds, which is, oh Lord. Oh no. A screech from the sky. The beat of heavy wings. Gargoyles. You thought they were just stories you were told as a child. Apparently not. It grabs you by the shoulders and starts to carry you upward. And with it being diamonds, we're taken to the rafters. But we are inside a rook. Maybe the whole rook is, I mean, it's a snake rook, right? And they're birds, right? Maybe the whole rook is taken to the rafters. Suddenly the whole rook starts to shake. Oh, it's exciting. This is exciting. Suddenly the whole rook starts to shake. Not in the same way as it's swimming through the sand, but are we in the abyss or something? We're in Colostle, a castle so large that no one's ever seen outside of it, and gargoyles live in the rafters, but the rafters are so high you can't see them normally. There's a misty sky between you and the roof. You can't even see it. And I've never been stuck in the rafters before. I don't know what's up there. Something different. The rook is probably in pain. I'm back! Chicken drumsticks are looking good so far. Need another 15 minutes or so. Lovely. Sounds tasty. The rook we're in is being grabbed by a gargoyle. And we're being taken up to the rafters. I don't know how to deal with it. It's exciting though. I'm excited. I have never written about the rafters yet. There literally isn't anything in the book about what's in the rafters. It's purely for you or your imagination. I'll give you a little bit about the gargoyles since we're there. I didn't stop it. High atop columns and nestled in the ceiling rafters live the gargoyles. strange winged reptilian creatures that sometimes swoop from on high to pick off lonely, unsuspecting travellers. Far from civilization, little is known about them, but it is said that when a gargoyle attacks, it carries you up to where it lives. Many believe that when you die, your soul blah 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 blah. Nah, that one's not. That's all we know about the gargoyles. The gargoyles, the rafters. Yep. This is as bad as the Dark Souls ones. This is big yabai. Big yabai. Not the same. Something different. It's spasmed and jolted around. Even Sebastian couldn't stay on his feet. We managed to crawl our way back to Boris, who was holding on to a jutting piece of wall for dear life. What in the world is going on? I called out to him. No idea, good lady. He called back suddenly, pale. I was feeling rather sick by the time we were dumped out of the rook and rolled onto unfamiliar ground. Just realized that I haven't done this. It's hard to keep track. I should have set up a hotkey, really. Oh well. So if it's Colostle and the rafters are really big, there's gonna be no sort of worry about falling off them, because like if a room is continent sized, a rafter for said room is gonna be like country sized, right? Below was not the sands I had known my whole life. In fact, I would say it was wood. I had not read of a place where wood was the floor. Yeah, imagine the trees. Imagine the stones they needed for this castle. What even is this castle? We'll never know until we find it out ourselves and make it up for ourselves. Lady Rose, Entom's random rook inside. Yes, I have been so afraid. Yes, I have been so distant, consistently indifferent. It's hard to put that into an imaginable sentence. Maybe if the rook gets a girlfriend, he'll help us out. Matchmaking! Wait. Yes, I have. The rafters. But that was impossible. There was no way to get to the rafters other than the legends of gargoyles. But gargoyles don't exist. That is when I heard the crumble, the creaking, cracking, and crumbling and turned to see the monstrous creature. Its fangs were deep into the snake-like rook that we had been inside. Alright, gotta go, and I have a fun stream. Thanks, Lucas. Appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. Bye. Its fangs were deep into the snake-like rook that we had been inside. It ripped at the creature as I stared in horror. Rooks were really the most terrifying thing on the planet. Terrifying thing in all the rooms. And now I had done what many scholars thought impossible. I found something higher on the food chain, and I was not happy with this discovery. Run! Boris called out, and Sebastian was pulling at my arm. I allowed him to pick me up, and we escaped while the gargoyle had its meal. God damn! 1,600 words later. Oh no, I didn't think we'd be in the rafters, bro. Terrifying. Pff, everyone knows gargoyles went extant some years ago, carried off by a gargoyle. Exactly! I wonder if Boris knows anything about gargoyles. NPC Boris, that is. Right. Well, what happens next? Lordy Lou. Poor Lady Rose. She's literally only just left her city. She found a dead body. She got eaten by a rook. Then she did find a little bit about the flower she wanted to. Then she found a helm that could have been really nice and useful, but it wasn't because it didn't have any power in it. And then she's got thrown up into the rafters, a place where people don't really come down from. It's very, 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 very high. How is she even going to find her way down? Jesus Christ. Let's go. 6 of diamonds. What have you got for us, Biakia? Right. We have an unfriendly NPC. The Hermit Gamer, would you like to be an unfriendly NPC? Mondays be like that. Monday, bro. Adventuring, bro. Sure, cool. Unfriendly NPC. A go-go. This is all day one. This is all day one. Look at all this. Look at all this. This is all day one. This is her first day in adventuring. And she's already found 2 so-called impossible things, and that's a rook repairman and the rafters and the gargoyles. Oh lordy. Probably still morning. Yep, she's barely been going for an hour. Oh, poor Sebastian. He's got a lot to do. Hello, random animations. Welcome. We are not in the rook. The rook kind of puked us out into the rafters, so you're not in the rook. You're in the rafters, a place where people have not really tread, because the only way to get up there is if, one, you happen to have a flying mount of some kind, which not many people do in this universe, because there are not many ways to get such a thing, because the only way to get mount parts is to find rooks, and there are little to no rooks that fly. Or get whisked up there by a gargoyle. So that's what's happened. So, Boris and I travelled the rafters. No biological flying mounts, no. At least there's probably birds and things, but nothing really big enough to carry a human. I suppose, like I said, you could put them in as a thing anyway. This is your stories. So if you wanted to put biological flying mounts, then you could. But I'm not gonna. That's what makes this whole thing so dire. Sorry, one second. Had to get a yawn out. Boris and I travelled the rafters. A pet chibi briny is small enough to hitch a ride on a small flying mount. She probably is, but not the average human. Maybe a small child could. But Mr. Boris, do you know anything about gargoyles and the rafters? I asked, hopeful that the man with the impossible job happened to have answers. No, he said with a screwed up face. I knew. I should have ignored that call to come into work today. Despair had seized the man. Though I could not blame him. The rafters did not have much going for them. It was wood. As far as the eye could see. I couldn't even see an edge to look down at the sand dunes that were likely below us. How we were going to get down was a mystery. But I couldn't just give up. Not on my first day of adventuring. Chibi Branny wouldn't survive one day in such a world. She's too tasty. Luckily, there isn't much that would want to eat. Or at least, like, the scary things in this game don't really eat people. Lady Rose only got eaten because she got mistaken as a repairman. The gargoyles might eat her. I don't know if they eat flesh. I have flavoured currently that they eat rooks, so they're eating rocks, I think. Further down the... Finally, something caught my eye. Was what seemed to be a small hut. No, what seemed to be a hole in the ground. Have you ever watched the old Gargoyles show created by Disney back in the day? I have vague memories of it, but like, it's one of those, I remember watching it. I have vague memories of it existing, but I could not tell you what happened in any episodes. And I don't know if I have those memories because I like knew about it or whether I ever watched it and just none of the memories stuck. I don't know. It's a nebulous thing, but I remember the big, he was like bluey purple, big bluey purple guy. It's pretty good from what I hear. Ah, well, yes, unfortunately I cannot get in on the references. You're free to make references I don't understand, though, because I am an uncultured swine, so there are many a reference I will not understand. The first couple of seasons were great. I see. Did it drop off? Did it drop off? Finally, something caught my eye. There's what seemed to be a hole in the ground. A small light coming from within. I gestured to Boris, who gestured for me to take a look, rather than risk his own skin, which I could not blame him, as I sent my loyal rookling down to take a look. The hole had stairs leading down to a small room where a rather unkempt man sat. Another human here was not something I expected. Most fortuitous. Good sir. Before I could introduce myself, the man sprung to life, and his odor filled the room. Scrunched up my nose as he pulled a knife and watched us with crazed eyes. Sorry to Hermit Gamer, it seems that I'm taking the hermit part of your name very literally right now. What are you doing here? Do you have food? Give me food. Now. He spoke so fast. Maybe Boris the repair technician will find a coupon for a free vacation up there. Probably not, though. He spoke so fast, I hardly had a chance to understand before he lunged with the knife. Sebastian was in the way, though, and that rusted piece of metal he called a weapon was no match for my loyal rookling's stone skin. the weapon slid right off, and the hermit growled in frustration. Now, sir, I tried again, but all he seemed to say was growls and howls, and while he had his tantrum, I took a look at his room. It told me much more than his verbalizations did. In order to carve this place out, he must have been here for a while. On the wall there seemed to be something of a map also. That could be useful, but I doubt he would give it up. Did my best to memorize it. Other than that, there was scattered papers, designs for gliders, and other such flying machines. He was stuck here too, and seemed to be a grim example of what may become of myself and Boris, should we not escape. Sebastian incapacitate him. I ordered, and with a practiced swing normally reserved for ruffians at the tavern, the man fell to the floor in a heap. With that, I nodded, and now that he was not making a racket and being a nuisance, I was able to copy down his map in peace. The man had ventured far. It seemed he had come up from a different room entirely. He was quite the adventurer, it seemed. Before his time here. He pointed out places to avoid also. Gargoyle nests. But had a note that I found intriguing and agreed. And after seeing him, agreed may be our only way down to safety. We may have to hitch a ride on what brought us here in the first place. For now, I stored the copied map and wandered back up the stairs to meet with Boris. We have a map! Rafters map. Let's add that to our inventory. Rafters map. We are also going to have to stop at some point. Because I've kind of gone way over my exploration score. As you can see, the rules are loose. Loosey-goosey, rulesy. So we're probably going to need to stop for a rest soon. She's been at it for a while. I've been at it for a while, in fact. We've only got 10 minutes left of the stream. It's been fun now. I've enjoyed it. I hope it's been entertaining for you guys. As I said, check out Colostle website. If you can get a PDF version, you can get the physical copy. I think there might be an issue with US delivery though, so you might have to get a thingy. No, don't end. I'm not ending it yet. Not ending it yet. We got 10 minutes left. Let's see what happens in the last 10 minutes. I'm gonna say, actually, I'm gonna round it off a little bit here. We traveled to a point where gargoyle nests, does that mean they are something that can be cooked and served with nice sparkling grape juice? Maybe. I think they're probably made of rocks though. But we could try crack open a gargoyle egg if we find one. Sorry, I've just got this image of Boris and Lady Rose trying to hold a egg hostage and being like, take us back down or the egg will get it. And well, the gargoyles might not interesting, might not interesting, blah, 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 might not really, you know, respond to that. You planning to do solo D&D writing prompts? Just need to find good solo tools to run the campaign. And just run your character as a gestalt so that they're not so fragile by themselves. I mean, I haven't seen any D&D solos. I'm sure there are some out there. I don't particularly plan on doing anything. But I was kind of thinking about this as a one-off. But I do have some other solo RPG sort of things in. I got some of them in the itch.io Ukraine bundle. So I could have a look at those if you guys have enjoyed this. Have a nice gargoyle yet. With a gargoyle omelette. Nom 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 nom. Tasty gargoyle. The hermit's map deemed safe. And decided to have a rest. There would be a lot to think about in the morning. Do you want to know how many words we've written this stream? We've written 2,219 words this stream. Pretty hungry and having lunch now. You should eat, otherwise you're gonna start eating gargoyle. Gargoyle's bad for you, it's mostly rocks. Although rock juice, I don't know if there's rock juice inside the eggs. So let's just have a look. What's in store for Boris and Lady Rose next? Shit. Hey, do you know what that means? That means we get attacked by another rook. Why? Why? That's a lot of words. That's how many words we've written today with this. We don't have time for combat right now. We are out of time. I'm gonna put queen Diamond. Cliffhanger combat we are. So I'm just going to put a note. Medium rook. So similar to the snake one, it'd be kind of that thing. Call of Cthulhu also has some solo gameplay books if you just want to play a game and have some fun. We could have a look into that. I think the problem, the thing with the solo books is I am going to have to be careful because they're going to probably fall under the same kind of copyright as normal books. So I'd need to talk to publishers and stuff. I specifically I went onto the Colostle Discord and I asked them there about streaming this, so I knew the rules for this one. But I can, if there's any that you're interested in, any you'd potentially like to see me play, let me know. I'll have a look at the Call of Cthulhu ones, and I could potentially send an email over to the publishers and see how they feel. But that is the end of the stream for today. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. I hope you enjoyed this. It was something a little bit different than our normal, just reading. I thought it'd be fun if what we're reading is kind of happening as we go. These are all the lovely cards we've used this time around. And it's been great. This has been an incredible, very eventful adventure for our poor girl, Lady Rose. She has had a hell of a day. That was one day. That was one day in her goddamn life. That was the biggest day she's ever had. It was fun listening. Thank you. If you're interested in stuff like this again, feel free to let me know. And I could do one of these again. Like I said, we can do a different system. We could carry on Lady Rose's mission. Find out about the repairmen and the rafters and the gargoyles and the whole thing. But that is all. So thank you. If you have not already, I would highly appreciate it if you could leave a like on the stream on YouTube and subscribe to the channel. And if you are on the Twitch, if you could follow the channel, that would be great. Thumbs up to all of you, and thumbs up to those who already followed and liked. We like you. Could make this a bi-monthly thing. We could. That would be fun. And if you have already supported the channel in the likes and the follows, then there are other ways you could follow it, support it. If you would like me to be able to do it, well, that's another thing I need to say. So starting this week, next week, my unfortunate day job is picking up because it has summer peak time. So there might be a couple less streams going on in the next few days just because I'm either going to be tired from work or it's just that I've picked up some extra hours because money and I need them. So, if you never want me to have to do that ever again, you should help me with money. You have a day job? I unfortunately do have a day job. Unfortunately. Yes, peak summer hours. And yeah, if you would like me for this to be my day job, that would, and I would love this to be my day job, you can help me do that in many ways. You can pick up YouTube membership, where you get emotes, exclusive streams, a Discord channel, merch discounts, and that's it. There's the Patreon, where you get short stories every month. The backstory of our lovely Lady Rose is on Patreon, so that's a wonderful reason to go onto Patreon. You can get exclusive streams, merch discounts, and free books. You can get into the Kofi, where you just, I don't know, if you just have a bit to spare and you want to throw it my way, put it in the Kofi. Nice. And finally, the merch store, where there are ebooks, first edition copies of my books, bookmarks, keyrings, t-shirts, a notebook, a soft pillow with my face on, and a sticker roulette, which has my emotes. If you are interested in Colostle, there is a link in the description to the Colostle website, where you can get the book, you can get PDF copies, you can get all sorts of extra expansions and stuff. It's really cool. Go check it out if you have enjoyed this. But I was really glad to do this. I really wanted to bring you guys, or like introduce you guys to the solo RPG kind of thing, because I know a few of you have been interested in writing, or you've done your own little bits of writing, and that's basically what this is. It's just a really big writing prompt, and it's really fun. I highly recommend if you need something to kill a bit of time. I'm gonna admit, my main character is this boy. I've basically been using my main campaign as AU fanfiction. It's playable AU fanfiction, so if anyone else wants to do that as well, it's possible. You can do it. But other than that, I have nothing else left for you today. I'm sorry. I'll be back tomorrow with... Oh crap, it's a new Monday. We don't have Minecraft. What do I have tomorrow? I suppose we'll find out when we get there. I'll see you then! I had fun. Oh yeah, thank you everyone in chat. Thank you anyone who lurked. And thank you to anyone who watches the VOD. I had fun. I hope you had fun. This has been Brand New Rose with Life in the Forbidden Library. Goodbye!